This audiobook chat with the Captain and Tennille was recorded just as their first hit was climbing the charts, big time. In 1973, they had taken the unprecedented step of writing a song and cutting a record at their own expense. The result, a regional Southern California hit. The title, The Way I Want to Touch You.
That was a song that I wrote about the Captain and my feeling for him at the beginning of our relationship. Perhaps that's why so many girls have told me that it's something that they relate to with their boyfriends, which is really nice. But we used to do demos for a friend of ours, Morgan Cavett, who's a songwriter, and he was part owner of a small studio in Burbank. We used to go out there and whip up some really fantastic demos because the Captain over here, plays so many instruments, it would sound like a huge orchestra, and he'd get these great demos for very little money. And so he said, listen, why don't you guys use the studio and record some of your own stuff, because you've done some stuff for me. So we went in and recorded several tunes. One of them was The Way I Want to Touch You. And we recorded the song. We didn't know how to approach the major labels. Neither Daryl nor our salesman. It embarrasses us to go in with something of ours and say, how do you like it? It's easier when somebody else does it for you. We pressed up 500 records for $250, and we called it Butterscotch Castle, because that's what we called our house where we live. And it got play. It was just amazing. Then we couldn't handle the distribution, and we wanted to get some distribution, so we made a deal with a local distributor. And they had their own label called Joyce Records, and they put it on their own label, and they managed to handle distribution locally. That's about all they could handle. And we got up, like on Wallach's, in Wallach's Music City, we got up to number 8 in sales, just on the airplay that we had, which did not include, major top 40s at that time. Wink kept saying, please, some major label, get onto this group, because they're going to happen. And because of Wink, saying do something about it, Jan Basham, who's a lovely promotion lady from A&M, heard the record and told A&M that we weren't signed yet. At that time, we had 3 offers from major labels, and we weren't real happy with any of them. And A&M came along at the last minute with the best offer of all, and that's how we ended up at A&M, was all because of The Way I Want to Touch You.
I remember when Tony wrote that tune, it was originally on a Beach Boy tour. You did that sort of as an exercise, didn't you? Or?
The music part, yeah, I did.
And then it slowly came out after we had both been on the road with the Beach Boys that things were starting to fit together real nicely, and I think Tony got maybe inspired on the Beach Boy tour that she could write a nice tune.
I knew there was something...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?